if you want to learn a new language or you're just starting off in programming, right? What is the best way for you to do that, right? How do you learn a new language, right? So for those that are starting off, no programming whatsoever, never done it in your life, this is how you want to do it, right? Choose a language that you'd like to learn, right? An area that you'd like to become an expert in, and just sign up to a tutorial. Learn the very basics, the basics of syntaxes, you know, how to use loops, you know, how to use conditionals, stuff like that. And then you're good to go, right? And then stop, right? Once you've learned the basics, just stop, come up with an idea, and then build on that idea, right? Could be very, very simple, right? You want to take in, like, you want to build a calculator, right? For example, just a command line one, doesn't have to be fancy UI, just a quick command line app, right? And then after that, once you've learned a little bit more, learn about classes and object-oriented programming, for example, and you're learning Java in this case, right? Or whatever language, then in that case, you can then move on to building like a simple game, like blackjack, right? It's not very difficult to implement. It's not really, it hasn't got that many rules. So you can see how you can use classes to build out that game. So the whole purpose of what I'm trying to say here is, and this is even to the more experienced people that are saying, you know, I'm a Java developer and I want to learn C#, or, you know, I need to learn Python, or I need to learn Ruby or Go, or whatever, right? Whatever language it is, right? If you already know how to program, you know, maybe pick up like the basic syntax, you know, you can probably Google it, look at the documentation and get started on a project, and you'll learn as you go, right? Because my experience with watching tutorials and like courses is that you kind of get stuck and you're like, I don't really understand, let me try another course, or let me try something different, or I need to learn this as well, so let me just watch a course on that. And you don't end up learning anything, because at the end of the course, maybe you can write some basic stuff, but you can't really implement it. Whereas if you do project-based learning, right? Just choose a project, start learning and building on that project, even if it means that you have to refactor your code. That's fine, because you'll learn another skill. So start building and see how it goes, because I'm sure it will work better than watching tutorials.